It is week 12, so 3 months since I had the mommy makeover. So I just want to do a check-in with you guys and kind of talk about experiences that I'm having so far, what the scars are looking like, and just give you guys an update. I will also tell you I've been traveling a lot and eating a lot, so my weight is actually pretty high right now. I think I'm at 127, but I like to be more at like 120, 115. So we're gonna get there. We're staying home for a while and I'm going to be able to clean it up. If you don't know, I have a full mommy makeover playlist from preparing for surgery to my actual surgery on the table to day by day and week by week recovery. And I hope that helps give more insight to you as well. Okay, with the tummy tuck scar, which is definitely the easier one for me to show you, this is what it's looking like currently. It's still like a dark purple color. Definitely no real raise to it anymore. It's flattened out. I will say that this center area feels almost like really, really hard. Like, I mean, it's all hard still right there, but like this, like right there feels like different. It almost looks like, I don't know if like the skin kind of stretched and got thinner there or what, but definitely that's the only area where I'm like, oh, did I mess it up? I also have stopped taping. I know I still do put on scar creams and SPF and things to protect it. I kind of stopped doing the taping after Bora Bora and I stopped wearing the compression garment. I do actually like the compression garment. I forget to put it on these days because it's just not part of my routine anymore. So I don't know. I share all this with you guys because if you're going through this and you're like, oh, well, Kim was always taping or she was always wearing her compression garment. That is true up to week 6 and 7. And then we went to Bora Bora during week 7 and I like kind of stopped. So that's what that scar is looking like. And hopefully it continues to heal and lighten and never have to see it again. In the breast area, and obviously this is kind of hard for me to show, they're also healing up. They are still this kind of purple hue, but they're flat. Some of them feel kind of, I don't know if it's the under or internal sutures, but I kind of feel like sometimes I feel these like hard little fibers or something that are trying to work their way out. In fact, there was like a couple that I actually like squeezed out and they were almost like pussy zits, but I think it was just the suture material kind of getting infected or trying to surface and getting infected at the same time, because once they surface you kind of feel like a little whisker essentially, and so you can get out tweezers and try to like get it, but it's like hard to see, especially on your breast, and Jason's not going to do that for me, so I'm like self-operating, so I'm kind of like using my fingers and kind of like digging for it and then squeezing it, and then all of a sudden like fiber or pus will come out and then it just kind of heals up. So I don't know if that's normal. I think it kind of is, but I'm sharing that with you again to just give you further insight on what's going on and what I'm noticing. Other than that, my legs have healed up great. I mean, I still have like little marks, but I don't even think you can see it. It's probably not even picking up. It definitely, like any of the leg lipo stuff has definitely like healed up and my legs don't hurt anymore. My breasts aren't sore. They're just, I don't know, maybe this is how they're always going to feel. Not that there's anything wrong with them. I think that there's still around the sutures just some inflammation. So once that goes down, I think like they'll feel even better. It doesn't hurt anymore. It's just still a little tight. But I will say that, I started going to yoga at week 4. Not saying that that's recommended for everyone. I felt like it was fine for me. I think it definitely helped just start like allowing me to open up, giving you a side view. I feel like I'm upright. Don't mind my back fat. I'm going to get rid of that. In the beginning, you're so hunched over. It's like you think you'll never stand up again. I appreciate everybody who told me I would because I was like, I'm never going to be able to stand up again. So now I feel like, I have full posture. And because of yoga, I've been doing so many back bends and extensions, and not that I'm back fully to what I was pre-surgery, but very close. I would say that right now I'm like 85, 90% back to my flexibility and mobility in yoga before surgery. And that's 12 weeks out. So I hope that that is very encouraging for anyone who's thinking about doing this. And if you're a super active person and you're just like, will I ever recover? I think you will. I'm very positive about my outcome and the recovery so far. And it's, I would just say the first month is really slow. The first month is really slow and excruciating. But after week 4, especially if you kind of get back into your routine with like doing whatever mobility you can, I just think you'll see great progress. Overall, I can't be happier. Like, I'm so grateful I did this. I was scared the night before. I've shared this a lot. I thought, am I vain? And I mean, probably, but you know, like, is this a really warranted surgery for you? And honestly, you guys, it was. And I know a lot of people thought, you know, I didn't need it or whatever, but that's a personal decision. And I think a lot of people, after seeing me get it and they had thought she doesn't need it, now they realize, like, oh, that made a huge difference. And it really did. And I'm so grateful that I did it. And I'm glad, like, the decisions I made on making sure that my breasts stayed small and I did the lift instead of just letting them like be gargantuan. Like, I knew going in that that was a huge priority for me. So anyways, overall, I'm happy. Do I love that my tummy tuck scar has to be so wide? No, and I've discussed this before, but that's what it had to be based on like side loose skin, which, but you know what I mean? Like, if you go into a tummy tuck and you think that they're only going to do it from here to here, I hope that's the case for you. But most people, like, here's your hip bone, and most people get it hopefully to there. Maybe you have the similar body shape to me. If you have a lot of like loose side skin, they're going to have to go wider. Like mine is, you know, side to side. They're going to have to go wider because you can't just take out this front area and expect all of this to align, right? It's not going to do that. Just keep in mind that you want a surgeon who sees that. You want a surgeon who's going to be like, look, you are not a candidate for a regular like mini tummy tuck or a regular tummy tuck. We have to go hip to hip. And I think more and more surgeons are doing hip to hip only because it helps them with issue called dog earring, where it almost looks like the skin creases on the sides because they didn't take it wide enough. And that's the last thing you want. I hope that this was helpful and inspiring to you guys and gave you more insight. I know so many of you guys have reached out about your own journeys, or that you're planning on doing it, or that my insight was really helpful to you. And I really appreciate that, because that's the whole reason I share and document and also put myself into awkward positions, is because I know that we all want this insight. And I just leave that with you guys, and I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. Bye, guys.
Money when I'm bored. Watch the money hit the floor. Make it rain, make it pour. I count money when I'm bored. Watch the money hit the floor. Make it rain, make it pour. In my house, don't need no tour. It's just me and the fam. It's just me and the fam. It's just me and the fam. It's just me and the